Here we go with example number 8 under linear functions, assignment 19 for us, all right? And so this is a slightly different kind of question. Our job is to build the equation of a line, y equals mx plus b. I'm going to use colors here. I don't know if you can see them that well, but I'm going to call the line we're going to build green, all right? And this green line we're going to build is supposed to pass through the point 8,3. This is supposed to be on this line we're building. And not only that, but this line we're going to build is going to be parallel to the other one, this red one over here that was given to us in the question. There's two lines. The red one that they gave us and the green one we're supposed to build. And they're supposed to be parallel. We'll talk about that relationship momentarily. All right, so let's start with the one they gave us. I find it helpful to graph this and see what we can learn from it. Well, first of all, you would hopefully look at that one and say, well, you know what? I need to get that in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So much like an example we enjoyed earlier, example 2, I believe. Let's isolate the y. So we would subtract over the 5x. And so therefore negative 4y would equal negative 5x plus 11. And then we would want to divide by negative 4, right? Okay. And y turns out to equal, now remember, when you're dividing by a single term, or in this case a single number, you can apply that division to all the terms upstairs. So negative 5 over negative 4 becomes positive 5/4 x when we apply it to that term. In essence, the negatives cancel each other, 5/4 x. And then on the second term, positive 11 divided by negative 4 would be negative, positive divided by negative, and 11 divided by 4 is 2.75, isn't it? Okay. Now, I left that one in fraction form because it's going to be the slope, and then we change that one into a decimal because it's going to be the intercept. It doesn't matter terribly. But we're just trying to get a rough graph of this thing. And so for the practice and the fun, let's go ahead and graph that red one. It's not the one we're going to build, but it'll help us build the other line. So I would throw out there that 0 plugged in for x leads to y of negative 2.75. That's a beginning point. And again, I'm doing the one that they gave us in red, which I hope shows up. But the ordered pair 0, negative 2.75 would be roughly there. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. I would love to have more board space to make my graph bigger. Again, apologies for that, but we're making it work. And then the slope of this particular line they gave us is rise 5, run 4. So from that beginning point, rise 5, run 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up 5, and to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here would be that line they gave us in the question. Okay, so there's the line they gave us. Let's go back to the question now and reason out what's going on here. So that line they gave us, this red one, turned out to look something like this. And it had a slope, I want to remind you, of rise 5, run 4. So that's the one they gave us. What does parallel mean to you guys? Anybody? Yeah, that's not a bad analogy. Train tracks, right? Lines that never meet each other. That's correct. Good analogy. I think I'll use that one sometimes. Thank you. Train tracks. Good idea. So the idea would be that the green one we're going to build better look something like this when compared to that. It could be over here, it could be above it, but the point is they don't meet. They're parallel. That's what that word means, right? So the point would be, what would be the relationship between the two slopes of the lines? Yeah, that's right. They need to be equal, don't they? If the red one has a slope of 5/4, wouldn't the one we're going to build need to have a slope of 5/4? Is that a fact that we could always use here? That if lines are going to be parallel, they have to have the same slope? I think that makes sense. So that one had a slope of 5/4. The parallel one, the one we're going to build, better also have a slope of 5/4. So we'll come over here and go, okay, line I'm supposed to build, you're going to have a slope of 5/4. Yay. Boom. And we're off to the races. So once we find that slope, once we reason out that slope, then we'll find the b value as we've always been doing. All right, find m, figure out b. All right, we just reasoned out that the slope of this green line we're supposed to build has a slope of 5/4, so that it'll be parallel to the other one. And then, oh, here we go. Remember me? 8-3, I'm supposed to be on your green line over there, Mr. Equation Builder, Miss Equation Builder. So you would put in 8 for x and 3 for y, solve for b. 8/1, right? All right, I gotta be a snob. You're used to it by now, that's arithmetic. The 8 and the 4 would cancel to a 2, whatever. This is 40/4, however you wanna do it. That's 10, 10 plus b, subtract over the 10, and the b value for the green line that we were asked to build is -7. So plus -7 would become -7. All right, we're about to graph this green line now, and using the ideas that we've had before. So now it's time to do that. You, in my opinion, you always establish your beginning point. Beginning point. What would be a smart number to plug in for x? 0, as always, because 5/4 times 0 disappears, and y would immediately equal that there number -7 sticking out there on the end. All right? Okay, so 0, -7 is our beginning point for this green line. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down here, -7 on the y-axis. The ordered pair is 0, -7, right there. Okay, and then the slope, as we reasoned out, would be 5/4. So from that beginning point there, we will now rise 5 and run 4. Rise 5, run 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. My scale is jacked up, all right? Trying to squeeze it in here the best I can. But as you graph this line, you hopefully notice that it looks like it's parallel to that other red one. So let's graph it and see if it looks parallel. That there green line looks like it ain't ever going to cross that red one. That means them things is parallel, don't it? Yeah.